little bit, but I didn't think I'd ever see it again.
Yeah, because he's probably just a dude with a little microphone out there talking to everybody, right?
Yeah, and you see all sorts of them on the streets. So you don't ever think, oh, I'm just going to wind up talking to one that just happens to blow up.
And why did you talk to that guy?
Well, I'm friendly.
Yeah.
I just talk to anybody. And he's standing in a corner with his friend, and I was like, oh, hey, how are you?
And even if he were to put it out, the fact that we even get to you before it even blew up would have been crazy. So who's the first person that told you, hey, I think I just saw you in a video, like way before it blew up?
My girl group chat with my friends in it.
What did they say?
They're like, Haliey? And they just sent the video. And I was asleep. I went to bed real early for work, and then I got up for work, and I was like, oh, no.
How quickly did you put it up?
Maybe 2 days after.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so your friend says, hey, you saw. And then what do you think whenever you see that?
I was like, oh, that ain't going to go nowhere. That's just one of them videos they post, and nobody ever pays attention to it.
And how long was that until things started to get, like, medium big?
Probably, like, halfway through my workday.
So it blew up in a day?
It blew up.
And then were people trying to search you out? Because were you on social media at the time?
I was not. I had a burner account, so I'd creep on there, but nobody could figure out who it was.
Was there a reason you got off social media?
I just never really got on it much, and I didn't care to see anything on there, post anything.
What's your hometown?
Belfast.
And so how many people there?
Not a whole lot.
What was the drive? Do you drive? Can you drive to Nashville and then drive home?
I cannot drive in Nashville.
Could you drive from Belfast to Nashville and then drive back the same day? Is it that close? Or do you need to stay the night? Okay.
You can drive back and forth.
So you drove to Nashville. You record a video with this guy. How long until you start to feel that people are trying to find you from when it's loaded?
It was immediate. They're like, what's her at? And I was like, uh-oh.
And you were seeing all the comments and stuff, like, what's her at?
I was sitting there, I was giggling. I was like, they're like, where is she? I'm like, right here, but you don't know it.
And then you would hear, like, all the songs that were made, and it was slowly blowing up to where it had then crossed over and was on Instagram. Like, that's when you know something's really big, when it, like, jumps platforms and is in all the places.
It went from Instagram to Facebook to TikTok. It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
Oh.
When did you feel like, I'm going to have to come out of social media retirement and at least be like, because I saw other people, they thought many people were you. Yep. And I would see, like, in the comments, this is her, this is her. At some point, though, you had to come out and be like, hello, it's me.
Yeah. I come out maybe like a week and a half later.
Why did you wait so long?
Because I didn't want anybody to find me. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I don't want anybody to find me.
Did any of your friends hop in and say, hey, because you were with a friend in the video.
Yeah, Chelsea.
And you guys are still friends?
Oh, yeah, great friends.
And what does she say about the whole thing?
She's about the same way as me. She hid in the house with me for about 2 weeks.
And why did you guys finally decide to come forward?
Well, everybody was, like, impersonating us, like, making fake accounts. So, like, oh, I'm her, and then getting all these follows and everything else. And there was one woman, I can't remember what state she lived in, that was, like, the teacher that got fired. They had, like, a bunch of benefits for her because she got fired. And I was like, that girl's making money, and she's not even the one in the video.
Well, we had heard that you were a teacher. One of the first rumors, even that you said wasn't true.
Yep.
And we had heard that you were a teacher. That video got out, and they had to fire you because of that. So do you feel like that was somebody else who made up that story just so they could make money?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, dang, we got scam alerted. Yeah. I shouldn't have sent that money. No, I didn't send any money. I was
going to say, you better get your money
back.
No,
I didn't send any money. And then how quickly did all this stuff start to get bigger than you ever thought it would?
It was really quick.
Like, from when you said, hi, I'm Haliey, how long until people started reaching out going, we want to be in business with you?
It didn't take long at all.
And how do you find the people that you want to work with? Because I'm sure your DMs of whatever account you started, it's all blue check marks going, we're this company, we're this agency.
Yep.
How did you pick?
So my best friend's mama is like our paralegal in my hometown. And I told her, I was like, I need an attorney because I need to do something. So she reached out and found me an attorney from up here. And then I signed with him. Me and him are good. And then he found me my team I work with.
So you grabbed a lawyer first
to
make sure you're not getting taken advantage of?
Yeah.
What was the first thing you did to make money? Was it sign stuff?
Yes. I done the hats first.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
Was it unbelievable that you were making money by just signing stuff?
It was a little weird, yeah. I will say it's very weird.
What was your job before what you're doing now?
I worked in a spring factory.
I don't know what that means.
You know, boing, like a spring.
Oh,
actual springs.
Not the not the season and not a brand. It's
and
literal
not a
boings. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? You make springs for all different stuff? Mm-hmm. What did you do there?
See, I done the shipping and the quality. So, like, if somebody wasn't there, I'd have to do the quality. I didn't like it because you have to sit in a desk all day at a computer, and I can't sit still that long. But the shipping, So people would place an order for like how many they needed, which we had regular customers, so they'd order some of the same stuff every other week. So I'd pack them out and put them in a box, and then my other partner that worked with me, she'd ship them out. And I was in the process of learning how to ship them out when I left.
Not in that process anymore? No, you done with that process?
Yeah.
Have you moved to Nashville?
No.
Still living at home?
Yep. I can't drive up here.
Meaning it seems too crazy for you.
Yeah.
Or you just can't drive. You have your license though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm from a town of like 700 people. So for me, the first time I moved to like even Little Rock, I was like, what the crap? The highways and interstates. Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling you're going to have to catch on though. I have a feeling. And so have you talked about moving at all?
Yeah, we've talked about it. I'm just not interested in it. I like where I'm at.
You're going to stay there?
Oh, yeah.
I was watching a video. It was one of the first videos that your team released, that you released. And it was of your hometown, and it was of all your family. Like you live with your grandma?
I do.
And how do you explain to them the first time? Because it's funny when you're just on Broadway, but then like my grandma raised me, and I'm from a small town in Arkansas, and I don't know. I would have had difficulty explaining to her what was going on. How do you bring that to your family? Is it a whole meeting?
So it was just me and Granny when I first told her, and I had to explain it to her 3 times before she got it. And then she was like walking around, she was like, spit on it. She's so goofy. God bless her.
Are you working to slowly move out of the Tuah phase to just the Haliey phase?
I am.
Yeah, I would feel like that would be a priority. What do you want to do? Like aside from appearances and the things that you're doing now, which get all the money you can right now. But like, what do you want to do? What are you investing yourself into that you can build a career out of this?
So I've been doing a good bit of charity work. I like doing it. And then I've met a whole bunch of comedians, and I'm kind of steering in like a podcast direction. And we've had words about like what do you call it? You know, kind of like Floribama Shore, but not like.
Oh, like a festival?
No.
Oh, like a TV show.
Yeah, TV
Got it.
show.
So you want to do like a reality show?
Yeah.
Have you talked to the people at like CMT or? I mean, I feel like that's right up your alley.
I've met with a few people.
Yeah. I bet everybody wants to meet with you right now.
Yeah, it's a little jam-packed.
Yeah, right? Are you flying all over the country?
Yeah, a good bit.
Have you been to LA?
I have.
First time?
First time.
Crazy,
That
huh?
was last week.
Who'd you meet?
Let's see. I met the Vile Files people. I like them. Whitney Cummings. I loved her.
She's very funny.
I've met so many people. I couldn't even keep up with them.
And when you introduce yourself, you say you're Haliey, right?
I do.
Do you say, at what point, because I agree with you, I think slowly you start transitioning away from Tuah so you can kind of have your own identity.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you say, hey, stop calling me Tuah girl?
I don't even really say it anymore. Like the phrase, I don't say it at all because I just want to forget about it.
Oh, that's good.
Because I'm more than
Do
that,
people
I
ask
think.
you to do it?
They do. I just kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't
just
do
go
it.
on about my
I wouldn't do it
day.
anymore. If they do like a selfie video, they'd be like, hey, say the phrase.
They do it a lot. They'll come up to you with their camera and they're like, can you say it? And I'm like, mm-mm.
You know what I would say back? I would say, oh, can you say it? And but be like funny. That way they won't be like, oh, she's such a jerk.
Yeah.
But if they're like, will you say it? Be like, oh, how about you say it? And I'll just laugh.
Yeah, you say it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. I bet you could get. Nah, you probably want to stay away from the phrase though. You could probably make a lot of money saying the phrase, like on Cameo.
Yeah,
Have they come to you and been?
Yeah.
Stay away from that.
Yeah, I don't
For now,
wanna do
for
it.
now, stay away from that. Lunchbox. I know you have a million questions for Haliey. Okay, this is already awkward.
How much money have you made?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer.
But you can tell us.
So I saw a story that was like, it was like, multiple thousands per event. That's probably accurate, right?
Yes.
I would feel comfortable with saying multiple thousands an event, and you've done a lot of events.
Yes.
More money than you ever thought you would make in a few weeks' time.
Man, you're telling me.
Yeah.
I logged into my bank app the other day. I've had a stroke. Let me put it that way.
Really? That's real. You got somebody like for taxes though, right? Because this is different than working at the spring factory.
Yes.
Because I had to learn this too, because they would always take the taxes out.
Yeah. That was my biggest thing.
At a normal job, but they're not going to take the taxes out of your money now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have somebody.
To do that, and I do.
Okay.
So we're set there.
Now, wait, I've got a question. How many dudes are sliding into your DMs?
Plenty.
Any famous ones?
I mean, you've had a few.
Like?
I don't want to tell you that.
Good. Just
I
say
don't want
that.
to put them on the spot.
Anybody that asks you anything that you don't want to answer, just be like, I don't feel like answering that. I don't feel like doing that.
Okay, have you chatted back and forth with these celebrity dudes like, hey, there's mutual interest?
Yeah, a little bit. Like to collab and stuff.
Oh, not date.
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay, but just a pro tip, if anybody asks you any question you don't want to answer, just be like, oh, man, I don't feel comfortable answering that.
Okay.
Because then you don't look like a jerk, and you don't have to answer the question. And don't feel pressure to answer any question you don't want to answer.
What's your name?
Lunchbox.
Where'd that come from?
In the 3rd grade, I tried to steal a Superman lunchbox from Walmart when I wanted it for school, and I stuck it under my shirt, and my mom let me walk around the whole store with it. When we were leaving, she's like, is there anything under your shirt? And I said, nope. And she went, are you sure? And I said, yeah. She goes, knock, knock, knock. I said, I don't know how that got there, Mom.
You don't know how it got there?
Yep.
And that's a good tactic, too. Ask questions back. If people are annoying to you, if you just ask them a question
Whoa,
back.
who said I was annoying to her?
Well, I would say a bit uncomfortable. I mean, I feel a bit uncomfortable with the
Like,
questions you're asking.
is it hard to walk around your hometown now? Or are people just bugging you
That's a good question.
nonstop?
I don't even think I really went out into public since all of this. Like,
Really?
I used to go to the grocery store all the time and stuff like that, but I don't really go anymore.
Yeah, now you got someone that does that for you because you got so much money, huh?
No, I don't even do that.
Just Uber Eats.
Yeah, I could do
Have
that.
Uber Eats come to your house. Okay, I have some other questions for you now.
Okay.
When you decided to come out at the Zach Bryan show, how did that get lined up?
So, I think they reached out to my managers, but we wanted to keep it a surprise because I haven't, like, launched my social media just yet. And they're like, where is she? Still couldn't find me. And then I was like, okay, here I am.
Were you going to go to that show anyway?
Yes, I had tickets beforehand.
And how did they know who your management team was? Because at that time, I didn't know publicly it was even out there.
I really couldn't tell you. But I told my managers we had tickets for it because we had these tickets for like 6 months. And so I'm sure they got in contact with them. And they're like, oh, she probably needs like some security or something because she hadn't been out yet. So
And you met Shaq, I saw.
yes, I loved Shaq.
Was he super nice?
Yes, he's everything he's made up to be.
How did you meet Shaq? Where was that?
We met him up here in Nashville. I couldn't tell you where, but somewhere up here.
Like at a bar or something?
Yeah.
How did that come together? Were they like, Shaq wants to meet you, or were you guys in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
The second one?
Hmm?
You were in the same place at the same time as Shaq?
Oh, no, the first one.
Oh, they said, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
We got it all set up, but he's great.
That's pretty cool.
Did he buy you a car or a house or anything? Because he seems to buy people everything.
I DJ'd with him, and he stepped on my toe.
Well, that would hurt.
You
Yeah, he
DJ'd.
squished the paint off of my toe.
What do you mean you DJ'd with him?
Well, I stood beside him. I wasn't.
Oh,
touching
got
him.
it. You weren't doing
Well,
that.
he had a big red button over there. Like when you smacked it, it like let the what do you call it? I guess fog.
The fog machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He let us hit that.
So you fogged. You fogged
Yeah.
while he DJ'd.
I did.
That's cool. So when are you going to start like your podcast? Do you know yet?
We're working on it. I'm still deciding on like an agency to go through and stuff.
Can you sing?
Absolutely not. Did you not see the Zach Bryan video?
Yeah, but that's such a big stage. You don't have ears in. You know, maybe you can sing a little bit. What did people in high school, what do they think? Like, did they give you any, like, most likely to blank? Like, what were you doing in high school? Most, like, funniest.
Yeah, I'd say you can say I'm funniest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superlatives.
Yeah.
Most
yeah,
likely
yeah,
to go
yeah.
viral.
Yeah, I never would have personally thought that either.
Well, Lunchbox asked you about guys in your DMs, but what about, long lost cousins or random
Great
people you've
question.
never heard of and they're like, hey, remember me?
I've
or
had those.
yeah.
Or
I
people
have
that were
had
mean
those.
to you in school, but now all of a sudden they're your best friend.
Yeah, I've had some of that too. There's a girl that I went to school with I wasn't real crazy about. Tell me why she coming past my house taking pictures of my house.
Exactly. She wasn't so nice to you back in, like, 11th grade.
Oh, yeah, she'd tell on us all the time.
Exactly. So you're doing a lot of anti-bullying stuff, too, huh?
Yes.
Why is that important to you?
It's just not right. People need to be nice in the world.
And I'm sure with the internet and social media now, you're probably dealing with, because if you just get to a certain spot, it doesn't matter how much you're beloved, there's always going to be a group of people that are
Miserable.
angry, jealous, or mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're exactly right.
And I'm sure you're dealing with that yourself now, probably shed some new light to the whole situation.
Oh, yeah.
What have you learned from this whole experience?
Don't read the comments.
You're exactly right. Don't read the
Don't
comments.
read them.
I say that too, and every once in a while I will go over to like the Facebook page.
You'll still kind of like glance
Yes, and I
do it
always
too.
I regret it every single time. And I always find myself drawn to the negative ones.
at them. It's before the good ones.
More so the good ones. And I don't like that about me. I think that's human nature. But I do, and I'll find the negative ones. Sometimes I'll reply. Never to the nice ones.
I think they're kind of funny, though. Like, you get a couple funny ones. I'm like, where'd you come up with that?
So people can, your real account, because I was looking, there's a lot of fake accounts.
Yes,
It's at Hey_Welch.
sure is.
Was Haliey Welch already taken as one name? Because people, do you know?
I really don't know.
Was that your account before all this blew up?
It
Okay.
was just Haliey Welch. Like there wasn't nothing in it. It was just straight my name.
That was your account before all this blew up. But you're not using that
But-
one anymore. Got it.
I got rid of it like months before this.
Okay. Her official socials are at @hey_Welch. Anybody you're dying to meet that you haven't met yet?
I'm excited to meet Matt Rife in person.
Yeah, I
Oh.
saw with Whitney Cummings. They did
Almost fainted.
the FaceTime. Yeah. Do you have that lined up?
Yeah. So he invited us to his show. It's sometime this coming month.
Oh,
So.
it's in town or like here?
Yep.
When
you going on stage on that one too?
I'm going to sit that one out and just watch.
Do you get upgraded? Like, so the Zach Bryan show, did they give you upgraded seats? Because you must be nice.
Oh, yeah. I'll tag you along. Don't worry. Who do you want to go see?
Let's go, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? You got to tell me what.
He wants to go to anything you can get him in for free.
Okay.
Anything for free.
That's
he
right,
wants
I'm
to
down.
go. He wants to go. So this week, how many events will you do? How many appearances will you make? Do you know? Do you have a couple?
Well, I go back to Los Angeles Tuesday. So we'll see what's going on.
What are you doing in L.A.?
Finally getting to have fun up there. See, I was there last week, but I was there for business last week. So I didn't get to have any fun last week.
So this time, you're going to have fun.
I get to go to the beach.
Oh, that's cool. Have you made any money off the video alone, or is that just that guy's property?
That's it.
Have you talked to that dude? Have
That's
you
a
said
good
thank
question.
you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
Well, see, we reached out to him, and I asked him to stop posting those videos, and he never did. He blocked us all and everything. So I'm not telling him thank you for anything.
Oh, wow.
Really? So you reached out to go, hey, would you chill on that? And he blocked you?
Because, I mean, he'd post one, I'd be like, oh, that's it. Here would come another one. A few days later, I was like, man, maybe that's it. Here would come another one. Then just so on.
So in the beginning, you just wanted it to all go away, make it stop, and you just continue life at home and at the Spring Factory. And then now, since he wouldn't stop,
Here
you're
I
just
am.
like, okay, what does this make possible for me?
Yep.
But you don't need to thank him. I get that. Okay. Wow.
What did you say to the people at the Spring Factory? I assume you had a good relationship. Did you put 2 weeks in, or did you go, this has gotten crazy, I got to go?
So the day that was my last day, I decided that morning. I was like, okay, well, I'm fixing to start traveling. So I can't use all my points and stuff here because I'm going to be traveling so much. But they asked me like all week that week. They're like, all right, when's your last day? And I was like, I'm not quitting, y'all. Well, I did.
Were they happy for you?
They are.
That's pretty cool.
They're great people out there.
That's pretty cool. Anybody driving by your house or anything weird?
Yeah, I've had a few reporters come to my house.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Not a thing. I peep through the blinds and look at them.
They don't come on the property though, right?
Yes,
They do- they come knock
and
on the
they
door?
run up on my pawpaw, which wasn't very good.
What do you do? What do you say? Not good. Yeah.
You don't want to know that.
Well, I'm super excited for you. I hope you run like crazy with it. Make your money while you can, but start building out your thing
Thank you.
while it's shiny hot. You know, because you can get big guests right now.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think? What happened to the Jelly Roll Warren Ziders concert?
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I met Warren, and I didn't get to meet Jelly Roll just yet. I was very upset about that, but we had to go, or we'd have been stuck in like 3 hours of traffic.
Did you watch the show? Were you able
I
to stay?
did.
Oh, you
It
did?
was really good.
Did you have like a side stage spot, or were you in the crowd?
It was like a path you could go. Like the crowd's like back through here, then there's like a path through the middle of them. I got to go through there, so I got to see everything.
That's pretty cool. And people weren't all over you the whole time?
They were just like a little bit, but it wasn't anything crazy or nothing. They're just, oh my God, it's Octa. So I was like, hey.
Well, so I appreciate you being here and talking with us. Is there anything you're promoting right now other than your social media handle? Because I'm happy to promote whatever it is. Or if there's,
Your home address?
if there's something new that you're like, hey, I want to promote this, let us know. We're happy to
Oh,
help.
merchandise.
Yes, that's it. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
That's what I'm launching you into.
I got it in my bio on Instagram.
So if
like
they
for
go to-
16 minutes.
What? Say it again.
16 minutes.
Meaning more than 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
See, I'm a little bit of a smart aleck. So like they're like, oh, she's got 15 minutes of fame. Well, I want 16 minutes. So that's where that come from.
So if they go to @hey_Welch,
Mhm.
link in bio,
Yep. Or a Spencer's store.
or you have a deal with
nice.
Spencer's?
Yes.
That's awesome.
You already have a deal with Spencer's?
That's awesome.
You gotta
Like
be
every
kidding me.
Spencer's everywhere.
That's a great
Yes.
deal. Good
Wow.
for you.
But thank
That
you.
is crazy. What can I go buy at Spencer's of yours?
I will take you in there myself and let you frolic and pick out whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying
A
like
shopping spree.
That
Probably
is
like
They
hat,
got
shirt.
shirts,
Hats
I'm
and shirt.
pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Well, Haliey, I'm super pumped for you. You know, like my grandma used to say, you know, eat while the sun's out.
I know it.
The sun is out right now, so get all you can get and start
Well, thank
building.
you.
And we'll be watching and rooting for you. And Lunchbox, any final question?
Yeah, do you consider yourself rich now?
I won't ever flaunt like I'm rich. because I know where I come from, and that's how I'm gonna stay.
Do you consider yourself though like secretly rich?
A little bit.
Because I mean, the first time I made $50,000 a year, I thought I was rich. I was like, oh my God.
Man, you're telling me.
Yeah, I was like, it was a life
I
changer.
mean, she's making $20,000 an
a
appearance.
night. I know, different times.
That's
though.
different. Now, question. What's the worst part about being famous?
Everybody looking at you when you walk into a room.
You don't like that?
No, makes
Oh.
me nervous.
That's weird.
Have you walked into any rooms in public by yourself or non-famous lately, where you're just going somewhere and then still everybody kind of slowly figures out it's you?
Yeah, I went to a gas station by myself to get gas, and everybody was just kind of looking at me. I was like, oh no.
Does that feel unsafe a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but most of the places I go is like in my hometown, so
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about them there. 'Cause
You
I
got a
know
bodyguard
most
when you
of
go on the road?
them. In big places, yeah, but when I'm at home, no.
Amy, any final question for Haliey?
Yeah, I mean, if you're working on the podcast, I'm curious too. You said, you like comedy and you like, sarcasm, a smart aleck, but like what kind of content do you want to put out there that you hope people will gain from listening?
So I'm leaning towards more like a podcast for the girls.
Okay.
That's what I want to do with it.
So I can't listen. Dang it.
I mean, you can. You can take in some advice.
You could
Dang
learn
it.
about women.
I was really looking forward to it, Haliey. Now I
Yeah.
can't listen to it. Golly.
Yeah, well, we look forward to that and
Well, thank
seeing,
you.
what comes of that and stick with it. Like, I love that your first answer when Bobby asked, like, what you've been up to with it and what you're passionate about is giving back and charity. And
Well, somebody needs to.
That's true. Somebody needs to. You know
There's
who's-
not enough of it.
That's right. Remember, though, you can only shine that light on a lot of these organizations if you stay famous.
Yeah.
So you have to stay in the limelight so you can keep shining on the charities to
know
do
it.
good.
And don't give all your money to charity. You'll go broke.
well, she's not. She's
I've
lending
never
a
met
voice.
I've
to
never
it,
met or
too.
heard anybody who gave all their money to charity and went broke. I've never actually heard that happen before.
I'm just saying, don't get too like, oh, I have all this money. I can give
I
so
would
much
say more
to
like
charity.
don't waste it on like dumb stuff
Yeah.
more than give it all to charity.
Well, you can buy a couple houses because you can sell those back. and
A
get
couple
money.
houses.
Haley, good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. You guys follow at Hey_Welch, and the link is right there in her bio, and you can get some 16 Minutes merch. That's cool. All right, there she is. Haliey Welch, everybody. Nice job.
Thank you.